So today we are going to be learning to multiply, and this week we are going to be looking at various strategies that we can use. Remember, strategies means ways, so various different ways that we can use to recall, that means to remember, our times table facts as quickly as possible. Okay, so we're going to revise a strategy today, and the strategy is called arrays. So we're going to be looking at how to use arrays today to help us with our times table. Okay, so if I write a calculation down, 4 times 6 equals. So another way of saying this, let's make sure we understand what it actually means, is 4 lots of 6. Or we could say, what is the product of these two numbers? And remember, equals means the total, or how many altogether, okay? So in order to do this, we can draw an array. Now, some of you might know the answer to that already, and you might not need to use arrays. That's absolutely fine. But some of you might need to use arrays. So we're going to, because it means 4 lots of 6, I am going to draw, first of all, 1 lot of 6. Now I'm going to do this as quickly as I can, so I'm just going to draw circles. So let's just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've drawn 6 circles. Now I know that I want 4 lots of 6, so I'm going to draw another lot of 6. Okay, so far I've got 2 lots of 6. I'm going to draw another lot of 6. And finally, because I want 4 lots of 6, I'm going to do my last group or lot of 6, okay? Now, because it says equals here, I need to find out altogether what I've got. What does 4 and 6, when times together, how many do we have altogether? So I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And as I said before, some of you probably knew the answer to that already. Okay? Now, I actually know that if I turn this around, let's see what happens. Okay? Well, I can actually see here that instead of groups of 6, I'm not going to add any extra circles or take any away, but they are now organised in groups of 4. So there's our first group of 4. Let's see how many groups of 4 we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So actually you could write this as 6 times 4, 6 lots of 4, and let's count them up all together. Now this time, instead of counting them individually, because it's quite time consuming, I'm going to count them in groups of 4. And I'm going to count in 4s. Okay, so a repeated addition of 4. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. And look at that. I have the same answer as I did when it was 4 times 6. So we've actually just learned that 4 times 6 is exactly the same as 6 times 4. 4 times 6 is equal to 6 times 4. Okay? So I'm going to rub that out, and then we'll consider another calculation. And as I said before, if you don't need to use arrays, that's absolutely fine. If you have your own strategy or you just know your tables, you can write down the answer. So let's now look at more of a problem, and that's supposed to be a banana. Or maybe we should call it a half moon sticker. Anyway, let's just call it a banana for now. And 1 banana equals 8 pence. Okay. And let's say I wanted to go to the shops and I wanted to buy 3 bananas. Okay. So that calculation we would write as 3 lots of 8. okay? And again, as I said, some of you might know that already, absolutely fine. Some of you might have a strategy for working that out, which is quicker than using arrays because they are quite time consuming. But once you use them to get better at your times tables, then you would no longer need to use them. So if we were working out 3 lots of 8 and I was using the array strategy, I would write down 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That would be my first lot of 8. And then, because I know that I need 3 lots of 8, I would write down another lot of 8 and then a third lot of 8 dots. So then I would count to see what the total is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. By coincidence, the same answer as 6 times 4. So 3 bananas at 8 pence each would cost 24 pence. Now, when I was doing that calculation, some of you might have already remembered that actually, because we know that 3 times 8 is the same as 8 times 3, some of you might have preferred to actually do 8 lots of 3 to help you work out this calculation. So you might have preferred to write down groups of 3. Okay, now it's important that you don't go over or under the amount of groups. So remember, we need 8 lots of 3. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lots of 3. And the reason some of you may have preferred to do that is because instead of counting the dots individually, you might be able to, as you find your 3 times table easier than your 8 times table, be able to do the repeated addition. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. So 8 times 3 equals 24 pence. And even though that was using arrays, and we'd flip the numbers around, we got the same answer, 24 pence. Okay? Now the final calculation that I'm going to do is to show you how you can use arrays in trickier multiplication calculations. So 3 times something equals 15. So this time we have the total amount and we have to work out the answer here where the question mark is. And again, some of you who know your tables and are familiar with them might know the answer already. Okay, it is very important to practice your tables. They are useful in so many areas of mathematics. So how can you do this using arrays? Well, if we know that it means 3 times what equals 15, it means 3 lots of something equals 15. So we can actually draw groups of 3 until we get to 15. So I'm going to draw one lot of 3. I'm going to draw another lot of 3. So let's just see what we've got so far. 3, 6. Now we've not got to 15 yet, so we need to keep going. 3, 6, 9. Still not got to 15. Draw another group of 3. Let's check how much have we got now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Still not got to 15. Let's draw another group of 3. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So there are now 15 dots there, which means, and if we turn the board around, we can do it this way as well. There are 3 lots of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's one lot of 5 there, another lot of 5 there, another lot of 5 there. 3 groups or 3 lots of 5. So we've now worked out that instead of the question mark being there, the actual answer is 5. Okay? So your task today is to complete the spicy, spicier, or spiciest work. Okay? And again, you can decide on whether or not you want to use arrays to help you calculate the answers. Good luck.